What is your secret to working hard during the week? Making the most of the weekend.
The best things to see, to do, and to eat in Korea on the weekends, we got it all for you on
What's Up Weekend?
with Alex.
It's a Friday, and that means Alex is in the studio, and we battle it out on what to do on the weekend. It's the first time we've done a proper edition with Alex in many weeks after delving into his Corona experience. I feel I'm ready to attack now.
I don't even know if it's going to be proper. I mean, do we know what we're doing? Maybe it'll be new and improved.
I've forgotten. How do we do this?
I think we usually start off by saying hi in the studio together, and now again
There's the distance between us.
This is like triple panes of protection, like 3 window panes, I think, between us. There's no way.
It is extreme, isn't it? I wonder if it's bulletproof. I don't want to test it, but I'm just curious. It's a lot of glass, isn't it?
It's for the soundproofing. It got layers of, it goes glass, air, glass, air. Wait,
yeah.
So it's like, and glass again. So that's, but now coronavirus too. I can't, there's no way it's getting through this wall.
No way. No way
Not
at
a
all.
chance.
We're both healthy and happy and fit. We were talking in the song break. I was asking you if you were back in the gym, because a lot of my friends who go to the gym, because I'm not one of those people, have been telling me they've loved that the gyms have reopened. Although some of them were saying they usually go late at night and they close at 9. So that's a bit of a bummer. You've been back in them?
I'm back. I'm really enjoying it too, because I lost so much, I guess, strength and energy just sitting in a room for like a couple weeks.
Yes.
Including my own room, of course, as well.
Yeah, I can imagine.
So, you know, the first day back was terrible, but now I guess is this the second week or first week? Everything's a blur. It's the second week back, right?
Yeah, I think so.
So yeah, I'm back in it, and I got most of my strength back. I'm enjoying it.
Are there many people back in the gym? Is it pretty much full as it was before?
Yeah. I mean, we're already a small gym.
Uh-huh.
So, and we're doing like, you know, the fit people who cross.
Oh, see.
You know,
so you do the group kind of things.
So it's already a small, and we're in a open gym setting now because of the group situation. So it's open.
Yeah.
And I think there's definitely less people.
Sure.
But it's already a wide space for us anyway, so I'm pretty happy.
Yeah, I really want to get to regular exercise. That's the goal for 2020. And you're meant to be most on your resolutions at the start of the year, but I think I'm the opposite. I'm going to build up to them.
I mean, I don't think, especially when all the gyms were closed for the first few weeks, I think you get an excuse.
Yes.
I think you're all right.
There you go. Yeah, the gyms were closed. I'd like them to be closed again because I can keep saying that excuse then for as long as possible.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
Did you get caught in the blizzard weather yesterday, Alex?
No, it's
you managed to avoid it.
As a freelancer who doesn't have a daily morning show,
lovely,
I'm able to sleep it. I've missed every snowfall.
Seriously?
I swear. Like everyone, I'd wake up in the morning, I'd look up on the gram and be like, everyone's stories are like, oh my God, it's so beautiful. And I'd go outside, I'm like, it's already melted.
Oh, well, apparently tomorrow morning, it's a Saturday, so you probably won't be up. There might be some more snow in Seoul.
No, I'm back to my old life. I'm a late night worker. The creative side of me goes better at night. I love working the night. I wake up late. This is early for me. You guys are getting a treat.
I was listening to this guy who was talking about sleeping patterns, and he was saying there is a percentage of the population who really are night owls, like genetically speaking. And then there are a lot of people who maybe just due to artificial light and phone screens just get that way as well. But if you want to sleep like on time, like a normal person sleeps, apparently it's really vital. You wouldn't think it, but in the morning when you wake up, to go and look at the sunrise or between an hour before or after. You have to look at natural light for about 5-10 minutes. And then that sets your body's rhythm of cortisol in the morning and then melatonin in the night. It's getting a bit too scientific.
Write down my notes here.
I sound like a lecturer.
Is this going to be on the
off.
test? Do I have to?
Yes, if you fail, you're doing the punishment, Alex.
I fail.
Today's hashtag meeting. Hey, are you one to have a lot of meetings as a freelancer?
Do I want to have a lot of meetings? Is that the question?
I'm guessing no.
I mean, I like meetings that are creative. Like, because some of the meetings are great. It's just you come up with ideas and what to do.
Yeah.
And some of them are just, you know, redundant, repetitive. It's like, okay, so you remember how to look at a screen? I'm like, yeah. Great. okay, look at the screen when you're talking.
Okay.
But I think creatively speaking, when we have creative meetings, so like with other YouTubers and stuff, it's great because we'll have the meeting and then we'll talk about ideas. But then like my creative idea will come like 4 hours after the meeting, like remembering something you talked about, and then you see something like, oh, this is brilliant.
Sure.
So I think when it comes to I love having meetings with creative people, less so much with the business side of things.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Creative meetings with people you're comfortable with and you can just have a chat, fantastic. The other ones where people just repeat themselves and it's really formal, I want to sometimes... Yeah, I don't know, just curl up into a ball and die.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Let's get on to today's theme then for What's Up Weekend. What are we having a battle over on your comeback edition?
So we're going to be battling some outdoor activities, specifically in the northern part of South Korea, actually.
Oh, okay.
So we have there's few different ways we can categorize it.
Mm-hmm.
You can do these in the brisk weather, although mine would be a little more fitting.
Yes.
But they are both in the northern part of South Korea, and they are activities that get you outside, they get you moving, excited, you get to see nature. But one of us, you see nature from the ground, and another, you see nature from above.
Oh, okie dokie. I like the introduction. Do you mind if I go first today, Alex?
Well, I put down mine on part one, but yeah, sure, go ahead.
No. If you want, I'm a gentleman.
I'm kidding. Go first.
The way it's been titled in Korean is Winter Leports. Yeah. So Leports is leisure and sports put together.
Now, I feel bad for the way I presented it to everyone, because it is winter at ports, right? And you can do your activity in the winter.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just, making sure I get the head start of telling people that it's not going to be fun to choose your activities, so make sure to vote for Alex. That's all. That's all.
My one is a little less strict as well. Yours really is a winter one, isn't it? And mine, I'm kind of shoehorning it in. You could do it any time of year, to be honest. But I've heard the clean, fresh air of winter might make it nicer.
Well, yeah, okay. Well, go ahead and get us started. In fact, I started this drama that we're sort of talking about.
So really? You haven't finished watching it then?
I haven't finished yet, but I will be.
So I want all the votes from all the many listeners who I know loved Crash Landing on You, because this is kind of paying homage to that show. That starts off with Yoon Se-ri, the character in there played by Son Ye-jin, I believe is the actress name, right? She is paragliding and accidentally falls into North Korea, right? That's the premise. This didn't happen. They didn't film it in North Korea. Where they filmed it was paragliding from Yeongwol at the Pyeolmaru Observatory there, which is the highest place you can paraglide from in Korea.
Is it?
And that's what I'm introducing today. To be honest, I've never paraglided in my life. I'm a little reticent of anywhere that's quite high up. And I don't like bungee jumping is something I would never do because I hate that falling feeling on a roller coaster.
Oh my gosh, I love that feeling. Are you serious?
Yeah, I get physically sick with that feeling. So this, on the other hand, if it goes right, you shouldn't get that feeling, right? It's kind of a floating down. Have you ever paraglided?
Yes.
Oh.
I did mine back in, was it, what is the name of the place? I'm forgetting. What's the name of the bamboo place again?
Damyang.
Damyang. It's Danyang. I remember the names are close. So Damyang is the bamboo place, and Danyang has a great place as well.
Oh, okay.
I think I'm getting forgetful. Maybe I do need to check on this. See, I'm forgetting names all the time now. But yes, I've been there once, and it's a floating feeling, but you do get that roller coaster sensation when they make you turn, and you like kind of do dips.
In a little kind of spiral.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I saw this, the most close-up and personal I've seen it is still through a screen, but it was while I was filming See What I See? See What I See? Yeah, that was the title, with Lucky here at ARIRANG TV. He did this, not in Yeongwol, but at Yangpyeong, which is fairly close to Seoul. And yeah, the guy to freak him out went in that spiral down and down in like a kind of twister, and he was going a little bit screamy and crazy then.
So fun though.
Yeah, and so the one that you're talking about in Danyang is 550 meters. Then the one in that I'm talking about in Yeongwol is 800 meters.
Oh my gosh.
So it's pretty high up. And paragliding, for those of you that are confused, is not the one where you have like a big kind of kite. It's the one where you have the kind of parachute.
Yeah, Okay,
right?
that's hang gliding. So I always get them confused. So paragliding is the parachute when you jump off the tall mountain.
Yeah.
And then hang gliding is the flat one that kind of looks like a mini paper airplane.
Yes.
And sounds more dangerous. And then parasailing is the one you do on water with the parachute and the boat pulling you.
Indeed. So to get out to Yeongwol, it is a good distance from Seoul. It's over in Gangwon-do province. It's just past Wonju and will take you more than 2 hours to get there, probably in a car. It's actually famous for having the area in a river that looks like the Korean Peninsula.
Yes. There's a bunch of beautiful kind of like nature spots, and that's one of you have to go up to you go on a mini little trekking hike, and then you're on like a sort of a cliff, and then you get to look over to this peninsular looking like cutout from the river.
Yeah, it's amazing because the river surrounds it on 3 sides, just like the peninsula is surrounded on 3 sides. And it really does look like, if you look at a map of the Korean peninsula, it looks like that. So it's quite unbelievable. And then you get to the paragliding place, and it's not cheap. And it is a short experience, I will admit that. Like, it's 100,000 won for 10 minutes. And then if you go on the VIP course, you can pay double for about 20 minutes in the sky. But being the highest, this is the best experience and the longest air time you'll get as well. And if you do like crash landing on you, who knows? When you land, I'm not guaranteeing it, but Hyunbin could be there.
Wow, what a selling point.
Could be.
Oh
okay.
my gosh, come on.
And
didn't they isn't that the thing? Didn't they start dating? Is this the couple that started
dating? They're really dating,
yeah,
yes.
right?
So you could find your perfect other half through paragliding,
Your
like
other half.
Sonia Jin and Hyunbin.
That's really what it is, because I know psychologically speaking, when your heart rate goes up and you feel nervous, something called misattribution of emotion, and you're next to somebody,
you kind of fall in love.
You fall in love.
Is that what's happening with Hyunbin and Sonia Jin? You don't think they're going to last long? Is that what we're saying?
Oh, no.
It
It works for long lasting too.
Wow.
It does. I'll talk about it with you out during the break.
I might fall off the table and see if I fall in love with you, Alex. Okay. Let's play a song from Taeyeon. This one is Naoge, Feels So Fine. We're back for part 2 of What's Up Weekend today with Alex having a battle. It's been a while since we've done this properly on winter leisure sports and also, I guess, things that you can do in the northern part of South Korea, right? Yeongwol, not as far north as your destination, which really is getting close to the North Korean border there. But yeah, still in the northern half if you split the peninsula into 2, I suppose. Got a couple of messages. Hooligan KJ says, I'm not kidding, Peter. If I'm getting a guy like Hyunbin by paragliding failures, I'm definitely giving it a chance.
Yeah, I mean, if I'm getting, the love of my life through hang gliding failures, I will cut the rope myself and fall. I need this thing to mess up. I need to land in a tree.
We're not encouraging or saying that there are many paragliding accidents at Yeongwol, but it could happen.
Or natural disasters, if anyone's actually seen it. Natural disasters that cause this paragliding incident.
Oh, is that what happens in the drama?
Yes. It's a little unrealistic, but,
That's a drama for you.
That's coming from me, who enjoys My Love from a Star, who enjoys Hotel Del Luna.
A little bit unrealistic as well.
Goblin. Most of them are pretty unrealistic, so I can't complain about it.
Tropic Girl also on board saying, my dad went paragliding and my sister as well. It's not as romantic as it appears. Usually one or both people are screaming out of their lungs. Well, yeah, if you're scared of heights, perhaps that would be the case, right?
Yeah, she went on to say, I always thought I could bungee jump, but 15-foot jumps into the sea is about my style now. Wow.
That's still impressive.
Now you're just bragging.
Yeah.
That is into the sea as well.
15 feet, that's no mean feat
and
at all.
And this is bragging about it while we are here in the cold, freezing weather of Seoul, coming straight from the tropics. Unbelievable. Now I'm getting jealous.
Absolutely.
But I took my niece ziplining. It was pretty hair-raising. I do like ziplining. I find it not exciting enough.
Oh, really? Is it not as exciting as it looks? Because sometimes it's really high and it looks fairly fast, but when you're doing it, is it not like that?
So here's the thing. I grew up in a state in the United States with two of some of the best theme parks.
Oh, wow.
And so it was all about getting the highest, the scariest, the fastest. So the zip lining is like it's enjoyable, but the
It's
only
not
thing
extreme.
no, like I need to get that rush by skydiving or bungee jumping. I need the fear of God in me where I'm looking at the ground and it's like, it's coming!
I'm going to hit it.
Yeah.
Fantastic. We've also got Siska saying, outdoor activities. I want to try paragliding. Bungee jumping is just a no for me. Yeah, I think they're quite different, right?
That is a step. I've not done bungee because of just not having the opportunity.
Okay.
But I've done like skydiving and everything else.
Oh my goodness.
None of them are I think the scariest is bungee because it's the proximity to the ground.
Yes.
You know, that's the thing. Is like I used to jump out of a tree. Like we had trees in our backyard and we had a trampoline and we would just jump from the branches of trees and just
onto the trampoline.
Yeah, with no rope or anything, right? It's just land on our stomachs. It was so much fun.
Fantastic. Again, we don't advise doing that unsupervised.
No, that would be definitely don't do that. I was a professional when I was 13.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Missy Fee's on board from Malaysia saying, "Good morning, Peter and Alex. I miss you guys.
Hello.
Just dropped by to say hola, happy Friday, and I love paragliding. Such an exhilarating feeling." Yeah, I can imagine like being a bird almost, floating like a cloud.
Oh yeah.
You want to
really
vote for this, don't you?
I mean, I guess if you want to free, what is it? It's probably -10 on the ground here, so it's probably like -30 in the air.
It is a little chilly, yes. We've just a closing for mine. The train station over at Yeongwol is beautiful. It's shaped in a hanok. You do this tandem usually as well. If it's your first time, obviously they're not going to let you paraglide by yourselves. And the guy who's usually sitting behind you has a selfie stick and films the whole thing for you, which is a wonderful memory to have as you float down to the ground. So
sure, whatever.
Perfect, right? Alex, you want to start with yours now?
I want to bring us back to Earth.
Okay.
And I think that a lot of people are a little bit afraid of maybe getting out into nature, maybe being in the air, maybe being high, because it's a little chilly out there.
Okay,
but
I'll give you that.
I think we still enjoy getting out, right?
Sure.
Enjoying the snow, enjoying some of the ice, enjoying some of the beautiful sceneries. So we're going to be doing trekking. We're going to go out trekking in Cheorwon-gun.
Just trekking? I mean, you could do that any time of the year,
Well, I mean,
you
you could literally walk out the back of your house and walk around your park. Or you can do it in Cheorwon, which has a festival every year. In fact, I did double check. They are having the festival with limited activities this year until the 31st.
Oh.
So it's still going on.
Okay.
But the normal activities are pretty cool, too, because at this Cheorwon, this Cheorwon, by the way, Cheorwon Ice Trekking Festival, you have an 8-kilometer trekking course that you go on along the canyon.
Just say ice trekking?
So it can go over the ice depending on if it's frozen or not.
Oh.
So I'm sure it's about to be if it's not already.
Yeah.
And you can, you also go along this kind of path. It's in a canyon that was made through a lava flow from, millennials and millennials, hundreds and thousands of years ago, right?
Wow.
So you get that as well. And you get to enjoy a race, ice sledding, ice games, ice sculptures, and it's kind of one of those. I think it's one of more of those like romantic, picturesque family moments where you get to go and you take pictures. They got this really cool place. It's like an icicle cave that they've created just for this. So like you have icicles coming in from the top, and it's just you walk through it. Beautiful pictures. And but they have a nice walking path. You're not like on anything dangerous.
Sure. I'm looking at the photos here from past festivals. And once that river, I guess you call it a small river or a very large stream, freezes over, it's just totally safe to walk on. And the trekking along that is fantastic.
Yeah, the views are gorgeous because it's, like I mentioned, it's kind of a canyon. But they have these like really steep cliffs that are coming down, and they got these waterfalls that are frozen over. They've got icicles coming down from the natural caves as well as the man-made ones.
It doesn't look like you need to have the proper ice spikes when you're like climbing a real snowy mountain. Like you can do this in your regular walking boots.
So
or
trekking,
something.
the difference between dingsan and trekking, I know we're not the Korean corner, but trekking can be just general walking without any particular destination.
Okay.
Like dingsan, the hiking, you're usually going up to the top of a mountain, right?
Sure.
This is just walking along the path. So it's not high intensity. You get to get the fresh air and nature. The northern parts of South Korea are very pretty. The further up you get, And one of my favorite parts about any of these winter festivals is at the end or in the middle, you get to warm up with a nice coffee, a nice hot chocolate, or a nice, like, they do a gooey, like a grilled section over there, like a grilled market.
Okay.
So there's a lot of different things you get to warm up with, and of course ramen. It's, get that nice warm ramen as well.
The canyon here does look very unique because we've got a lot of mountains, we've got a lot of kind of cliffs in Korea as well. But with the volcanic vibes here, it does look like it's kind of melted into this vertical face, which looks spectacular next to the frozen over river. I'd love to go and do this. The kids would love walking on a river as well. Fantastic. You can go and do that, I guess, at this time of year only when it's proper cold.
Generally, it's about this 2 weeks. So normally it's like the middle of January until the very end of January. And also, so this is part of the Hantangang Chusang Jolligil, which is going to be a path that's about, like, the whole river itself is about 136 kilometers. But it's a nice walking path that you can do at any time of the year. It's not just for the winter. And even when you're walking on it, they have these, like, really pretty bridges that are, like, I'm going to call them old-fashioned, but they got, like, the cylindrical blocks, like, holding up these older bridges that you walk under. It's really nice to walk through at any time of the year.
Yeah.
So,
and you're really far north in Korea.
You are right on the edge. Cheorwon is there. I mean, there is also a Cheorwon, North Korea as well. I know that's kind of like, and they're sort of close. I don't know about the history, if they're more part of the same city or whatever, but, like,
I see Cheorwon-gun, the county, crosses over, like you say, into North Korea. That is part of the county. It's just split by the DMZ. Wow.
So enjoy nice warm meals and drinks after taking pictures in front of the ice sculptures, the icicles, do some ice sledding, some ice games, run a little race. I think I couldn't confirm this, but I noticed in the pictures, some of them had their shirts off, and so there might be like a mini short, like, the guys had their shirts off, I should say. Sure. But, like, I think you wear less clothing and do, like, the race in the cold. It's kind of a fun activity. I know in the U.S. we used to have, like, underwear runs in the winter.
Just to kind of test your endurance.
Crazy, right? So, yeah, and you also have that. I don't know. That sounds like a fun, unique experience. It's not high intensity and also better than Peter's.
If you want to get freezing cold in your underwear like that, then vote for Alex.
You don't
have
to
2.
do that. The only time you have to get freezing cold is if you're floating in the air under a parachute.
This is true. Both are cold. Both are winter things that we're promoting today. Number 1 for paragliding in Yeongwol, or number 2 for ice trekking in Cheorwon. We'll be back to try and convince you some more, but you can vote now during the song break. We're going to play some Kim Feel. This is Autumn Yose, Ice Fortress. Yeah, those last words in that song, please save me. I think I need some saving. I'm very behind in the votes, so people out there who prefer paragliding, you know what to do. Vote number 1 for Peter, paragliding in Yeongwol. If you like Crash Landing on You, if you're a fan of Korean dramas, if you like Hyunbin or Son Ye-jin, you've got to vote for me.
Winter flying in the cold air.
Yes, and that as well. Then please vote for me. We've got lots of messages to read as we keep on taking the votes. We've also got this to show from In-yin. It's a ski experience that she managed to have.
Oh, cross-country.
Thanks to her host family over in Norway. Yeah, cross-country skiing is not really a thing here in Korea. We just ski down the mountains. But in countries where you've got lots of flat land and lots of snow, that's a good thing to do, isn't it? Yeah, so I think In-yin, you should probably vote for me because I think Norwegians love paragliding. I've heard on the grapevine somewhere. You got some messages to read?
I do. Brian says, skydiving's fun. Thought about getting certified for solo jumps. Oh, I wanted to do that so bad.
Really?
But I didn't think I had the time for another hobby. That's the thing. You have to do 25 solo jumps. It's a bit expensive, and then you can jump without a tandem partner.
And is that much cheaper then?
Well, you pay so much. It's for the experience. It's for the ability of being able to twist and turn on your own.
Just do whatever you like in the air.
I so wanted to do that too after my first time. Like, oh my gosh. I totally get that.
We've got Siska saying ice sledding. I'd like to try that. That looks fun. That's what we have. Yeah, what is it called? Maybe Orum Some in Korea. That little wooden board with the two picks that you kind of pull yourself along at. That's probably more likely at Alex's destination. You can't really do that while you're paragliding, I don't think.
No, unless you land and then like you cut yourself off from the parachute and then you like land on another hill.
Right on top of the sled.
That could be fun. And Lita says, I really want to try paragliding. And Sophie also added, okay, I'm going paragliding to meet my Mr. Right.
There you go.
I guess that's the one reason to vote. I mean, but once you meet Mr. Right, then you take him to the ice festival.
To cozy on up to, perhaps.
Yeah.
Leon says, voting number 1 for Peter. Definitely want to try paragliding in the future. Leon, you know where it's at. And Josh Lee says, I do have slip-on ice spikes. I'm ready for the trekking. Sorry, Peter. And you said you're not good with heights either. I guess I'm not going to be persuading you this week in any way, unfortunately.
Yep. Kay does mention, though, Alex is speaking my language, relaxed trekking followed by some hot chocolate. I mean, come on, now that is romantic. I mean, isn't it, though?
Yeah, but paragliding, if you fall in love with the instructor, then, you know, he's behind you, like kind of
Let me flip it around there,
you.
though. What if you're going with your loved one, and now your loved one is with another paragliding instructor who's going to fall in love with your loved one, and they're going to run off, they're going to fly away to North Korea so they can escape you, and they're never going to see you again?
It's a nightmare.
It's a nightmare.
I didn't think of that. I should have thought of the long game there. Thank you very much. Siska asking if there's any food associated, because, you know, I forgot that selling point that you so heartlessly exploited.
How about this? Because we're going to do our activity, well, two things. We'll say the punishment first, but normally we also big up the other person's thing. So I will actually big up yours with food.
Oh, okay,
so
good.
We'll do that. So, but before we go on, we talked about this during the break before the votes came in.
Yes.
We're going to try to do, as our punishment, the loser has to do 10 full seconds of standing outside barefoot in the cold.
Okay, in these freezing cold temperatures.
Freezing cold. As we're doing the freezing cold, it's got to be a challenge. It's got to be difficult when we come back, but no jumping around.
Just
like your feet have to be on the concrete or wherever it is.
Goodness, for 10 seconds.
For 10 seconds. I want that filmed.
Okay.
Barefoot. No socks, no nothing.
Yeah, you're really confident about giving that punishment out now that you know you're way ahead in the votes, aren't you, Mr. Alex?
I wrote down the punishment in the script as an idea. This was a real idea.
Yes, I'm looking forward to that. I like some, what's it called? Some refreshing temperatures on my feet. I love it.
There's no name for it because no one ever wants to do it.
Our producer's saying, isn't there somewhere maybe metal that will get really cold that you could stand on?
Metal is good. Concrete, but not concrete in like your parking garage. It's got to be outside.
I'm thinking like there must be a carpet outside somewhere, like a warm,
carpet.
fluffy carpet.
If you want to put your feet in the snow, though, that's acceptable too.
Oh, right. Thank you for that.
So I'll big this up with. I love Yeongwol, and in fact, we've talked about it on the show so much. There's an amazing market there. There's Memil Cheonbyung, which is also really good. It's kind of like a wrapped. It looks like a burrito, but it's you have stuff on the inside. It could be like noodles. It could be the red bean paste.
Kind of looks like a mandu as well,
It kind of looks like a long, skinny mandu almost. But it's really good. In fact, there's a place near my house that sells them. But they're really good out there. It is the region of the cold kanjang chicken. Yeah. Kanjang chicken, which is like it's just a really good Korean fried chicken version. Now they serve it cold, but it's really good. In fact, people bring it back. The whole area. Okay. So, but the market itself has all these things, and it was really good the last time I checked. Okay. And it's a real traditional market in a beautiful town. It feels like, I don't want to say traditional Korea because it makes it sound like it's old, but it's definitely that cozier small town feel of Korea that I really like.
There you go. Everybody change your votes right now. I'll give you permission to do it. Jeru Games says, as someone who lives in northeastern USA, I approve of this punishment. Well, Jeru, you could do it with the loser, whoever that may be, as a bit of support.
Can we still do that? Like, if anyone wants to do the 2 seconds punishment with the loser, now how funny would that be? Is if you voted for the loser, you also have to do the punishment.
Yes, let's do that.
No.
That sounds great.
If you do send in, do we still do the video send in to the
Yes, we can do that, in fact, yes.
If you happen to do the punishment,
Yeah.
we will share it next Friday as well.
We'll shout it out to you as well. Okay, it's coming towards the end of this segment, so drum roll please
You
for the
didn't
winner.
even big up mine.
I didn't need to.
Oh, really?
The winner is you by a landslide
It
this
is good
week.
to be back in the winner's seat.
Goodness gracious! I feel there's a bit of a sympathy vote as well.
I'll
for you,
take
Alex.
it.
No,
Whatever it takes. That's why I put up all those pictures.
it's not. You presented something beautiful in the winter, warming up with the hot chocolate.
I love winter festivals. I do.
Hantangang River, that whole river is underrated, close
Yeah.
to Seoul bit. Well, it's north of Seoul. I've been to Pocheon and been at a camping place there with caravans.
Same here.
On the river.
I didn't do caravans, but I did the glamping near the river.
Oh, it's so lovely.
It
Yeah,
is.
that area all year round as well. Congratulations to
Thank
Alex,
you.
says Samantha from Australia.
Thank you.
And I'm going to come in with my chilly feet to greet you next week, Alex.
Absolutely. And I would have voted for you if it were the summer.
Thank you very much. Have a good week, and I'll see you next Friday.
See you then.
Here's some 17 to take us out of What's Up Weekend. Together, 같이 가요.